Good morning y buenos días, wa sabah al khair. I am Abu Shaib and welcome back for another lesson from English al español, al árabe, where we take words and phrases and translate them from English to Spanish and then to Arabic. This morning's theme is a bit serious. It's how we express our condolences for someone who is grieving, who has recently lost a loved one. When we say my condolences, or speaking for a group or a family, we might say our condolences. In English, in Spanish, we express this with the same two words always. Mucho pésame, with the accent on the first syllable of pésame. Mucho pésame, my condolences, or our condolences. When we say, may he or she rest in peace, the famous IRP from gravestones, rest in peace, may he or she rest in peace in Spanish would be que descanse en paz, que descanse en paz. This is gender neutral. We're not specifying whether the deceased is a male or a female. We're just using the subjunctive form of the verb que descanse is descansar, to rest. Que descanse is that they rest. Que descanse we can also use to say take a break or take a rest for the formal form, the usted form. If we use the familiar form, we would say que descanses, that you take a break or that you take a rest. Here in Puerto Rico, we use the word break, the Spanglish word break. We say, cógete un break, take a break. Vamos a coger un break, let's take a break. Or the most often used is, dame un break, give me a break, dame un break. When we express the idea of mourning or grieving, being in mourning, in Spanish, mourning is el luto. And to be in mourning is estar en luto. She is in mourning, or she is mourning her loss. Ella está en luto. You say that and it's understood the person is grieving the loss of a loved one. Now, he or she is in the presence of the Lord, which we often say to console a grieving person in English. He or she is in the presence of the Lord. He is in the presence of the Lord in Spanish would be él está en la presencia del Señor. Él está en la presencia del Señor. She's in the presence of the Lord. Ella está en la presencia del Señor. In Arabic, we have to say, and this is a fixed conversation, this is tradition, you have to say it like this. You have to say, may God have mercy on him, or may God have mercy on her. Or in the case that there may be multiple deaths, may God have mercy on them. But may God have mercy on him in the Arabic language is Allah yirhamu. Allah yirhamu. With that hard H, yirhamu. Allah, God, yirhamu, have mercy on him. And if it's a female, Allah yirhamha. May God have mercy on her. To which the grieving person will answer ta'ish, with that ayn letter, ta'ish, which means that you might live, may you have life. And to be in mourning in the Arabic language would be el-hazan, which is also sadness, el-hazan. Now, when I'm offering my condolences in Spanish, what I usually say, I've experienced more funerals now in Spanish than I have in English, is ya no sufre. This could be translated as, at least he's not suffering now, or something like this. Now he's not suffering, his suffering is over. Ya no sufre. Ya, which is literally translated as already, but many of its uses would be translated into English as now. Now he's not suffering. Ya no sufre. You wouldn't say already he's not suffering. For example, when a new store opens, they'll usually put up a sign that says abierto ya. We wouldn't say already open in English, we would say now open. And speaking of being in the presence of the Lord, that idea, well, offers a lot of comfort to many people, would be against the idea expressed in the biblical narrative of Ecclesiastes 9:5, which seems to indicate that the dead are simply dead in the grave, awaiting the day of resurrection. It really doesn't make much sense that they're in the presence of the Lord now, and then they have to be called back and stuffed into their bodies for the day of resurrection and judgment. In Islamic teachings, in the Quran and the Islamic sources, it is believed that a person passes through a barrier upon his death and goes directly to the day of judgment. Well, I hope you learned something about offering condolences in Spanish and in Arabic. Thank you very much for viewing. Have a great day.